Hey foodies, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you this delicious potato or aloo roti recipe. Let's get into it. Alright guys, let's start by preparing our dough. To some all-purpose flour, I will be adding a little salt, sugar, and baking powder. Give that a mix to combine, and then we'll come in with some warm water. You want to add the water a little at a time until you form a super soft dough. Once the dough is formed, you want to cover this and allow it to sit for about 30 minutes while we prepare the filling. Here I have some wiri peppers, some chopped scallion, and some grated garlic. I will go in with my mortar and just pound this to a nice smooth consistency. Next, I will go ahead and boil my potatoes. Once they are nice and tender, I will begin to mash them. Mash them until they're nice and smooth. You don't want any lumps or chunks in here. Once they are mashed, we will then add the seasonings, and then I will come in with some powdered seasonings for flavor and taste. We will add some salt, black pepper, complete seasoning, chicken bouillon, and a little bit of cumin or geera. We will mix all that to combine and set aside. You want to allow this to cool off thoroughly before you move on to the next step. And like you see me going with my hands here, I was feeling around for any lumps so that I could remove all the lumps from the potatoes. I place this in my fridge for 30 minutes. And after that, I will just mix up some oil and shortening, and this will be used to baste our roti. Now let's go ahead and assemble everything. We will go ahead and just flour our surface, and you want to cut your dough into equal pieces. I will cut mine into about 6 because that's the amount of dough I have here, but if you want more, you can surely go ahead and double the ingredients. Once you cut them out, you want to just form them into some little dough balls and just carry on with this process until you're all done. Next, you want to go ahead, grab your dough balls, flatten them out, and you can use a rolling pin like you see me doing here, just to flatten it out into a small round disc so we can place the filling right in the middle. I will also be using an ice cream scoop so I can get equal amounts of potato in each roti. And you want to close it up like you see me doing here, and once you're done, you set it to the side and carry on with the same process with the other one. Now, a quick tip, which I forgot to do, but a quick tip is you want to, when you roll this out like this, place a little flour inside of the roti before adding your filling. This will ensure that your filling don't slide out from the roti when you're rolling it out, because this particular kind of roti is popular for, having the filling slide out once you're rolling it out. So once we're done, you want to cover it and just allow it to sit there for about 10 minutes or so. And then we will begin to roll them out to go ahead and fry them. You want to coat it really well in flour because like I said, when you're rolling this out, it has a tendency to burst and that filling will slide right out of the sides. And you want to also make sure that you're rolling it gentle. You don't want to put too much pressure on the roti when you're rolling it out. So once we get this nice and flat and as thin as possible, we will place it onto our tawa and start the frying process. You want to oil your tawa first, and then you place it down there and allow it to cook for about a minute, minute and a half, and then you oil it, and then we will give it a flip. Once you flip it, you want to allow it to go for the same minute and a half or so. And if you like your roti brown, you will allow it to be brown or however you like it. And yeah, these usually puff up, but if they pop or they bore, it wouldn't inflate. And that's just it, but it will still taste amazing. Don't be alarmed if it doesn't inflate. sometimes it does happen. It's very common when you're making this type of roti. Once we're done, you want to remove it and just carry on with the next set until you're all done. And like I mentioned before, some of your rotis will inflate and some will not inflate. Like you see, this one is inflating here, and that's because it doesn't have any holes in it. But once your roti have holes, it will obviously not inflate, and that's perfectly fine as long as it tastes amazing. That's all that matters. And yeah, you will just continue with this process until you're all done, and then I will show you guys the finished product. And here you have it, my version of potato or aloo roti. This was so amazing. It was so soft, moist, and flavorful. I enjoyed it with some mango pineapple sour and hot pepper sauce. Trust me, I just wanted to eat it by itself. But you can enjoy this obviously with different things. You could enjoy it with curries, stews, whatever you prefer. I was so mad that I didn't make more because I couldn't get enough. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below. And I will leave all my ingredients and measurements down in the description or the caption. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching and enjoy.